Today we're going experimental again. The topics are in this bowl, and we're going to pick some at random. We're talking to Jake Gaecke and JG Mason on the bottom line.
Try GoToMeeting free for 30 days. Visit gotomeeting.com/techpodcasts.
All right, so our guests have no idea what the topics are, well, the order are going to be right here. In this bowl, we actually have low tech, we have topics. Let's see. Who am I going to pick first? Jake, you're the newest person. Let's ask you first, are you getting an Apple iPad?
It would be kind of sad if I didn't get one, I suppose, right? Yeah, of course. Definitely going to grab one of those as soon as it's coming out. The real question is, do I get the 3G or the non-3G version?
Now, why would you even bother to get this thing?
Well, it's pretty awesome. It fills a gap between the iPhone and the laptop, I guess. So I feel as though I need to have one just for convenience sake. I actually have my laptop hooked up to a monitor, and I use it mostly as a desktop machine, but I take it with me every once in a while when I absolutely need something portable. But this would be much better, much lighter. I can do most of my stuff with it.
JJ, you got any opinion on this? You getting yourself an iPad?
No. I'm not getting them actually for the exact same reason that Jake's getting them. It's a third screen that I just don't see. I can't bang out work stuff on it like I can with my laptop that I got to haul around with me when I do travel. And it's not small enough to replace my iPhone, so it's somewhere in the middle, and it's not for me.
Your problem is pockets, I think. I think Scotty Vest has this taken care of with a giant pocket vest. It's an actual thing. I'm not making this up. All right, next question. Let's see here. Oh, this is an interesting one. This is like an editorial question. Engadget dropped comments. Good for the internet or just for writers? What do you think, JG?
Just good for the writers that would have to pretend to respond or pretend to read those comments. The commentary is so much a part of that site, in my opinion. Restricting commenters from it is kind of taking away half of the site, in my opinion. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it personally. I don't like censorship, but whatever.
Jake, you report on Apple stuff all the time. You must have had your fair share of negative comments. I know we've all had them, I think. What do you think about banning comments?
I don't know. Apparently, they've had a lot of really bad comments on their site, so I can see where they're going with this. A lot of comments are just spam or people picking out that you made a grammatical error. That's not really the purpose of comments, but that's what they degrade into, so I can see their thinking behind it.
Going to the next topic in the bowl. Let's see what we got here. This is for Jake. Laptop question. Is now the time to buy, or should people wait for USB 3.0 versions of their laptops?
That's a tough call. I don't think most consumers are going to need to have USB 3.0. The only things that are really going to benefit from that are maybe hard drives, things that really need high bandwidth. So honestly, it's not that big of a deal. I would wait, but that's just because I like features.
What about you, JG? Should people be getting laptops now while they're dirt cheap, or should they be waiting for USB 3.0?
I wouldn't be waiting. So many of the peripherals that they use now, I don't think the average consumer is really going to benefit a whole lot by going to 3.
So I'm the only one who really wants to. I'm going to wait for this. I keep putting off a laptop purchase. I've only waited 3 years. What's another couple of weeks, you know? Let's see. Next question from the bowl. It's a long one. All right, JG. This week, the Facebook doppelganger craze led people to change their profile pics to celebrities who look like them. It's illegal due to copyright issues. Will people care? And who is your doppelganger?
No, people won't care. And for some reason, I get compared a lot to William Shatner. Don't know what that's about.
William Shatner now, William Shatner back with Star Trek.
That depends on the day.
How about you, Jake? Will people actually care about this copyright violation? And who have you been who'd you switch your photo for?
No, nobody cares. Kind of like I don't care about Facebook.
Oh, okay. So you're not. So no comments. You don't like comments, and you don't like being social on the internet. Good to know. Good to know. You can see Jake's work at Appletell, so feel free to comment there. Let's see. Next question. Amazon and Macmillan fought over ebook pricing, leading to more expensive ebooks. What's the sweet spot price for ebooks anyway?
Ebooks. It seems like the industry is moving more towards $15 for ebooks, but consumers don't think that they should have to pay quite as much for an ebook, considering it doesn't need to be printed. I've heard that it only costs, they only save about $3 when they give you an ebook instead of a regular printed book. But I guess me as a consumer, I don't necessarily believe that. Yeah, I think it should cost less to buy an ebook to encourage buying of ebooks and not printing on wasting paper stuff. So it's gonna be a tough sell.
So JG, you think it's $10? You think it's 15, 13? What do you think a book is actually worth? Just its content alone, I guess, not even a hardcover or paper or beautiful fonts.
Well, that's an interesting question. As a quasi approaching, hopefully one day to be a writer, are we paying for the paper? Are we paying for the binding and the artwork? I think it's more of the content that you're paying for. I don't think you can make it a homogenized price like Amazon has tried to do. Like Jake said, the $3 is what they save going one or the other. But you're buying a work of content, and I really don't think that that you can make one price fit everything.
Well, maybe they could do it like music. Like most songs were 99 cents or $1.29 for about 4 minutes. So if you're going to read this book for like 4 or 5 hours, like 4 or 5 days for Stephen King, that should be like a couple $1,000s, I think. That's not a sweet spot, but it is a formula. Next question. Rumors are swirling about a Zune phone. What are your general thoughts on a Zune phone, JG?
Anything that improves the Windows mobile experience, I think, would be a plus. Whether or not they've got something that is a Zune phone that Ballmer has sworn that they're never going to make and never going to come out with their own hardware, it could start to breathe some new life into Windows Mobile, as we're starting to see with the 6.5.3 that got leaked out on the Sony Ericsson Aspen, I believe. Looks like they're starting to find their groove again. A Zune phone, a consumer-specific device, would be a step in the right direction for them.
Jake, what do you think? Zune phone, do you think it's interesting? Do you think that Microsoft has something there? Are they actually going to have two of their divisions talk to each other?
Well, I'm sure the Zune phone, if it comes out, it'll probably be called the iPhone killer, and it probably won't, because it's going to be hard to take down the iPhone for foreseeable future.
But I don't think has there actually been any killer of any products, really? I mean, other than, I think the iPod killed the Walkman, and that's about it, isn't it?
That's a fair assessment, yeah.
All right, last question. This is fixed, so I chose this to be the last question. Super Bowl, who you got, Colts or Saints? Either one. Anybody?
Football?
Football.
Huh?
Sounds great.
The Oilers?
We've stumped the panelists. Okay, well, if you agree or disagree with anything we said, let us know in the comments. There's the link right there. Thanks for watching the show. Join in the conversation. I'm Isaac Akhtar. That's Jake Gaecke up there. I'm pointing poorly. And that's JG Mason. You can find their stuff at Appletell and Gadgetell.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.
Use promo code AFTV free and get free shipping on any order over $30 at ccs.com.